This video will show how one can utilize the STAR-Creo interface to dynamically modify geometry between STAR-CCM Plus and Creo, and what is required to do so. In order for this to be achieved, the user requires Creo CAD package, STAR-Creo CAD client, along with of course STAR-CCM Plus. A feature license is required for the STAR-Creo CAD client. For further information regarding this license, please speak to your account manager. The CAD client is installed within the same installation wizard as STAR-CCM Plus. If, however, you are installing the CAD client after already completing the STAR-CCM Plus installation, you can run the installer again and select the CAD client only. As you can see, there are a number of different CAD clients available for different CAD packages. Okay, so to demonstrate the STAR-Creo interface, we first open our geometry in Creo. Here I have a simple cylinder. We then navigate to the STAR-Creo interface, where we can select the design parameters which we would like to modify in STAR-CCM Plus by selecting as so. Here I'm selecting the cylinder length. The geometry is transferred to STAR-CCM Plus by selecting Transfer Geometry. By doing this, a STAR-CCM Plus simulation will open and the CAD will be transferred. Here we can see the cylinder and also the design parameter, in this case the cylinder length, we would like to modify. So we can simply modify the geometry in STAR-CCM Plus and then update the part. As you can see, the changes are updated in STAR-CCM Plus and also in Creo. Conversely, you can modify the geometry in Creo and select Transfer Geometry, and the changes can now be seen in both clients. So now the user can carry out all necessary pipeline operations based on this part and can simply modify the part and re-execute the pipeline to be used either manually or with an intelligent search. To maintain the link between Creo and STAR-CCM Plus, first save the Creo file, and subsequently the STAR-CCM Plus file is saved as the same name, saving any changes made to the STAR-CCM Plus simulation file. You can now close both clients. To re-establish the link between the two packages, one simply opens the Creo file, clicks Transfer Geometry, and the same simulation file will be opened. You can also save the STAR-CCM Plus file. However, if you move the file or rename it, the link will be broken. If, however, you do not want to maintain the link, you can close Creo and continue working with the simulation in STAR-CCM Plus, also changing the design parameters originally transferred to STAR-CCM Plus. Doing so, however, breaks the link between the two software packages. Any further changes that you make to the geometry within STAR-CCM Plus are not transferred back to the geometry in Creo. Instead, these changes are stored in memory, which allows you to include the design parameters in any intelligent searches required. This workflow allows you to release the Creo and STAR-Creo licenses when performing tasks in STAR-CCM Plus. In this case, the Creo and STAR-Creo licenses are temporarily checked out only when the updates to the geometry are stored in memory. Transferring the geometry from STAR-Creo will overwrite the geometry in STAR-CCM Plus. This will now be shown by first closing Creo. Now we can save the STAR-CCM Plus file to your required name, which now breaks the link. However, we still have access to the design parameters which we originally transferred. So now we can still modify the cylinder length within STAR-CCM Plus. All this information discussed is available in the documentation, along with tutorials and a guide to setting up the STAR-Creo interface. So in summary, this video has shown how one can utilize the STAR-Creo interface to dynamically modify the geometry between STAR-CCM Plus and Creo, and what is required to do so.